Retaliating?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's actually, you remember original Ravnica draft?
Yeah.
They would call the Jund decks used to be Golgari Rakdos.
No one ever called them that.
People frequently did.
Yeah, from your neck of the woods?
No, on the internet.
No,
that's
the internet didn't exist.
That's where I lived in 2000. That's where I lived in 2006.
Yeah, I see where I lived. There was no social media sites. There was AOL Instant Messenger. So you talked to exactly your friends who came up with really bad names for decks.
I didn't have friends.
I'm going to smooth call that one. All right, well, we got a pile of permanents from Barich. Holy jeez, Batman.
Yeah, some Undying Creatures got... Yeah, let's try to catch up here. We have Bird's Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Geralf's Messenger, Strangleroot Geist, and Young Wolf, and Edgar Magalhaes at 12. He's got an Emery and Aether Spellbomb, and Arkham's Astrolabe, and a Mox Opal.
May I ask, is it really our fault that we weren't able to keep up with the, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 permanents by turn 3 on one side and turn 2 on the other side?
It's at 2x speed, and honestly, Barich already played at 2x speed, so this is about 4 times as fast as you would expect
smart
a match
enough
to happen.
I'm not even smart enough to do that math, let's be honest. That's just way too many multiples.
All right, a lot of aggression here. We see Magalhaes going for Urza, and Court of Calling is going to go find Yawgmoth. And we saw this combo a little bit tough to execute with a lower life total, but now Barich with plenty to play with, and Geralf's Messenger already on the battlefield.
Yeah, the Geralf's Messenger should actually just end the game here, unless Magalhaes uses that Aether Spellbomb to break up the combo. But Magalhaes still going to be super low on life. Yawgmoth's still going to be on the battlefield when Barich goes to untap. I have to imagine that Magalhaes is dead.
So there's the Spellbomb targeting the Yawgmoth, but Barich is going to go to work in response. Got 2 Undying Creatures, so she can keep bouncing back and forth. This one undies, this one shrinks it, this one undies, the other one shrinks it. Draw a bunch of cards.
Great.
Really full grip at this point in time. And now the Messenger is back.
Yeah, but now she can just cast Yawgmoth. I guess it can get bounced again. Well, that's a Geralf's Messenger. This is fun. This is good stuff.
Messenger into Yawgmoth, and Magalhaes is dead. Aaron Barich, pretty quick game 1 win. And in actual time, only took 7 minutes at real pace.
Yeah. It took me about 1 anecdote and a half.
Start measuring matches and how many off-topic stories we can tell.
All right, so both players here are going to be taking a look at sideboards here. We're going to try to speed through that, get to the next match, or next game for you to see what happens in game number 2. Magalhaes is going to be on the play. This Sultai version has 4 main deck spot removal spells with Abrupt Decay and Fatal Push. Decay doesn't kill Yawgmoth, and spot removal spells generally pretty bad against those Undying Creatures. So if Barich just has a normal, medium, aggressive game plan like she did that game, there's a good chance that Magalhaes removal spells just don't do enough. Now, if Barich is reliant on the mana creatures or is reliant on the Yawgmoth to do a lot of the heavy lifting, a Revolta Aether Fatal Push will maybe be enough to either slow her down long enough so that Urza comes online, or we'll just have more of what we saw that game where, Yawgmoth just runs away with it. Who knows?
I'm really interested in seeing more matches against this Golgari Yawgmoth death.
Yes.
Because you want to kill the mana creatures, you want to kill Yawgmoth, but then you don't really want to have removal spells against Young Wolf,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you said. Watch Daniels versus Sasser live, and we're holding them currently. Magalhaes going to fetch Shock down to 17. It's got a Goose. Barich is going to fire off a Once Upon a Time, finds Blood Artist. Here's a Thoughtseize, a white-bordered Thoughtseize.
Wow, I didn't know that they actually ever printed Thoughtseize with a white border.
Yeah, it must be from Deckmaster.
No, 8th edition probably, right?
Oh, yeah. 8th edition's modern legal.
I'm here. Hold on. I'm getting word that that's an altar. Are you hearing this? All right. Well, this is just permanent.
Real fast Urza for Magalhaes.
That's a lot of permanent. Just turn to Urza, huh?
Here's a Geralf's Messenger for Barich. He also has a Young Wolf. So Barich is just a Yawgmoth away from a combo, and Magalhaes does not have a Spellbomb online.
Okay. We got it?
We have an Undead Young Wolf now. Here's a Blood Artist.
Okay.
Magalhaes going to make some food.
We're playing
You can
very fast.
gain some life out of maybe Messenger combo, but it's a little tough against the Blood Artist, seeing as that just gets you the life back from your Yawgmoth. You got to do something about that one.
I mean, if Barich has Yawgmoth and Edgar doesn't have a way to break it up, the game ends, right? Like, it's just infinite. The Blood Artist makes every activation of Yawgmoth free. Basically draw a deck and kill Gerald's Messenger, right?
Well, here is Yawgmoth. Urza's going to spin. Urza versus Yawgmoth, just like they drew it up designing Modern Horizons, huh? Here's a Fatal Push off the spin. Gonna target the Young Wolf. Barich will respond. Or rather, it gets pushed. Sorry, the Yawgmoth not on the battlefield yet.
Yep, triggers the Blood Artist as well, so a little bit of a drain. Looks like we're going to have another activation. Edgar digging super hard here for a counterspell.
Another spin.
And it's an Oko that goes away. And here, looks like we're just going to sacrifice the Gerald's Messenger a bunch, Blood Artist you a bunch, and drain you out. Seems pretty... I guess it's maybe not quite enough because only one undying creature.
Right, yeah, that Young Wolf did get pushed away.
Yeah, but able to take care of the Emery. So Barich may have to ship it back and give Edgar one more turn to survive. Looks like that's what's going to happen.
Okay, so we're going to Edgar, untapping with a bunch of food tokens.
Now,
Unmoored Ego.
It's important to note that Barich could actually just put Magalhaes to 1 by sacrificing Blood Artist, targeting the Gerald's Messenger, removing the counter.
It's like the extra Yawgmoths being egoed.
Yeah, and there's a Veil of Summer from Barich too, so that means that the Yawgmoth on the battlefield can get protected as well, which is nice.
Well, at least Magalhaes knows about it. Can try to plan that.
Yeah, Unmoored Ego is a reasonable card here. And with Barich having 2 copies in hand getting stripped, 2 fresh cards off the top, they could end the game next turn. You know, just a few creatures, Yawgmoth Blood Artist is enough to close here.
Here's a spin of Urza. Just going to grab Fatal Push. All right, so we heard about this one. Got Direct Rob whispering in our ear. So Fatal Push is targeting Yawgmoth, which is legal whether you're revolted or not, and Edgar's not.
Wow, he even had the extra Fatal Push in hand too, so there's a little bit of discussion here, but you can choose to